Monsters in this holy place. We need to find the temple priests.
But yeah, Meridia, she hates Molag Bal. And vampires are creations of Molag Bal. Makes sense why she would hate vampires. But vampirism is like a disease in Elder Scrolls lore, so it's not people's fault that they get changed.
Oh, Laurel. Take his Meridian medallion so we can remember his sacrifice.
Okay. Oh, this is a big place. Big place. A lot of vampires. And hero fiends, probably. Hang on, let's talk to Priest first.
Poor Laurel held such promise. His faith in Meridia was so strong. How could he have died this way?
Just because you follow Meridia doesn't make you invincible. Azura is the one you should follow. Oh, look at this. Interesting.
Priest Babian! Our own brethren have turned against us! They've become monsters!
Calm yourself, Acolyte, and tell me where the High Priest is.
I'm safe in here, but the rest of the temple, it's overrun with monsters. Worse, they're our own priests and pilgrims. I saw one pilgrim attack poor Larelvor, ripped at his flesh with her teeth.
Did the storm cause your brethren to change?
The storm? I hadn't thought of that. Terrible things started happening after it began, though. This may be heresy to say, but Meridia has abandoned us. She doesn't care what happens to this place. I'm going to stay here until the danger's past.
You should leave the temple before these creatures find you.
Who's there? Is that you, High Priest?
Our own brethren, like vicious animals. We must find the others.
Well, this is just a window. Well, not a window, just a hole. That Hierophant could actually jump through to kill us. But yeah, I knew that guy would die. Should have run. Look at this place. It's so big. Oh. What's down here? Nothing.
Poor Krobel, torn apart by one of our own. I don't know how it's possible, but the storm is to blame. It's turned both priest and pilgrim alike into some sort of fiend. We need to keep searching.
Hopefully we can find the High Priest. It's doubtful at this stage.
Yeah, Morizu!
Morizu gave me no choice, Bavian. I swear it.
Ah, she killed him.
Just this morning, we were debating the mysteries of the colored rooms. Now he's gone. He attacked me. He tried to devour me. I had no choice but to kill him. To kill a cherished student.
Did he show any signs before he attacked you?
Signs? Do you want to know if he announced his intentions before he turned into a ravenous beast? No. Nothing. One moment he was fine. The next, he was a monster. The High Priest took the survivors and fled to the catacombs. You need to help them.
We'll go to the catacombs. You need to get out of here.
Priest Armin? Wait. Follow me. He fled into the vestry.
Could be a trap. Careful, Bavian. Oh, a chest. Have to loot every chest I see now. They could have leads. For scrying.
Armin, please. You don't want to do this.
Where is she? How do I get over there? She shouldn't have run off on her own. Come up here.
They're mad, beyond all reason. Even in this temple, Meridia's light does nothing to help those afflicted with this feral curse. We need to reach the catacombs and find High Priest Varkor.
How do we reach the catacombs?
The catacombs can be accessed from deeper within the temple. We just need to get the key from the Chamberlain's sanctum. I think I know why the High Priest went to the catacombs. It's not only a defensible location, it's where our relic is kept.
What relic?
Meridia's brilliance. It has the power to channel her light and purge the temple of this corruption. At least, I hope it does. High Priest Varkor wouldn't just hide in the catacombs. She must have a plan to save us.
I'll get to the Chamberlain's sanctum and find the key. Okay. Is it this way? So many Harrow fiends. Jeez. They're feeding on everyone they can. Poor souls. So this Meridia's brilliance will cleanse this corruption, hopefully. Let us hope that it does, but it'll probably kill all the Harrow fiends and the people that have transformed. This place is kind of dangerous. You don't want to fall, or you die. Okay. Hopefully Priest Bavian stays alive. I should be looting all these urns. Are they okay? Nope, they've changed. That was the Chamberlain. Okay, to the catacombs.
Down here. Did you find the key that opens the catacombs?
Yeah? Oh, here. There's always a way down. I was like, why would it let us out up there? But we could come down on the scaffolding. And yes, I have the key.
Did you retrieve the key from the Chamberlain's sanctum? We need it to open the door to the catacombs.
I have it.
Perfect. There are only 2 keys that I know of, and the High Priest has the other one. Now open the door, and let's find High Priest Varkor.
Most likely.
Oh no. Even the catacombs are corrupted.
Look how big this place is. So yeah, they're probably dead. Last chamber. They're dead. Or changed. I knew it.
The High Priest! What the... Retrieve the relic, and we can escape through the old air shaft.
Knew they would changed. So Priest Barvian will be the new High Priest. So that's the relic.
This way, my friend. Let's meet back in the cave.
I'm coming. Ah, Benoria needs to stop doing that. Appears out of nowhere. No, he's a vampire and all. But it was cool how when I was first coming here, how he just like showed up. Didn't expect it. So back in the cave, a vampiric bear. That's new. Vampiric bear. Wow. Didn't think that was possible. So how do we cleanse this place?
How fragile my faith, when I can depend more on help from a stranger than from my God.
Yep. At least there are some survivors. What will you do now?
And such terrible things we witnessed today. An unnatural storm. Vampires, innocent people turning into monsters. I fear this corruption cannot simply be prayed away. It seems that Meridia has abandoned us to our fate. Why? I cannot say.
Well, she does have a lot of followers. Here are the Meridian medallions I retrieved.
Ah, thank you. These belonged to Roligmolf and Acolyte Lorivor. I wish we could have saved them, but at least we can use these to remember them. I doubt we can recover their remains before the temple is sealed.
How are you going to seal the temple?
With Meridia's brilliance. I'm not sure my faith is strong enough to use it after all this, but I suppose I have to try. I owe that much to High Priest Varkor's memory. Do you have the relic?
Here's Meridia's relic.
I'll work with our remaining priests. Try to use the relic to purge the corruption and seal the temple. If that doesn't work, well, let's hope that it does. Thank you, my friend. You stood with us while Meridia turned away. We won't forget that.
Yeah. Should follow Azura. What will you do now?
The injured still need to be treated and the temple's corruption needs to be dealt with. Despite the way I feel about Meridia now, I still have a responsibility. I won't walk away from it. Not like Meridia walked away from us.
Sounds like you've lost your faith.
I lost a lot of things today. We all did. But that doesn't mean I won't keep trying to help the faithful. There are injured to tend to, and those poor souls who lost their mind to the storm. I want to find a way to help them all.
Do you know how to use the relic?
High Priest Varkor claimed it contained Meridia's divine light. There are rituals for releasing such power. Whether I or one of the other priests can make use of it, we'll see. I just hope we don't experience any more of those storms.
We probably will.
The injured still need to be treated, and the temple's corruption needs to be dealt with. Despite the way I feel about Meridia now, I still have a responsibility. I won't walk away from it. Not like Meridia walked away from us.
So, I guess we don't help her? That's a shame. Who's Priest Treve? Oh yeah.
What a day of suffering. But Priest Bavian says we may be able to seal the temple and contain the corruption. We at least have to try.
You'll manage. You'll manage.
We can heal the injured, but Meridia's light does nothing for the corrupted. Hopefully you can find a way to save us from these cursed storms.
Me and Fenorian are working on it.
My equipment isn't too far. Let's go retrieve my pack and find a safe place to analyze the residue we took from the witch pike.
Yes. Hopefully we can still help the temple here. So we gotta retrieve Fenorian's tools. Alchemy tools that he didn't want to bring because they're fragile, apparently. Yeah, vampiric bears. Before I thought they were just like the hounds, but no, they're bears.
That's close enough, Leech.
Wait! I'm not part of the coven!
Don't you dare, Lyris. Don't you dare.
Looks like I made it back just in time. This place is crawling with vampires, and that one was about to make a meal out of you.
No! That's Fenorian of House Ravenwatch. He's investigating the Ice Reach Coven just like us. If you lay a hand on him, you'll answer to me.
House Ravenwatch. I've heard of them, but he's a long way from Rivenspire. Well, if you're willing to trust a vampire, I suppose I can too. I spotted a coven witch. If we hurry, we might be able to catch her.
A coven witch where?
On the cliff overlooking the temple. Calls herself Sister Embrit. I was going to rush her, but I wanted to make sure you hadn't run afoul of any of these monsters first. No offense, Fen. Come on. If we're lucky, the witch is still up there.
Hey! How dare you call him Fen? You're not chums yet. I'll meet you up there.
Perhaps I could question the witch before you introduce her to your impressive axe blade?
Yes. Well, that's good. At least they kind of get along. So, why is Fenorian staying here? Guess he'll follow. So we gotta talk to this coven witch. Over this way. More vampires. Bad vampires. Look at this place. Kill Sister Embrit.
Not even Harold. It seems the ritual needs refinement.
Kill her before she can summon another storm.
Will do.
Willing sacrifices. How nice.
Sacrifice! I'd rather give you my axe, witch.
Yeah, take my daggers.
I hoped you could take her prisoner. No matter. I found something. This way?
Coming.
Go with your vampire friend. I'm gonna look around here.
Hold on. Okay. You look around, I'll follow Finn. What did you find? What is it?
Do you see? These are the same as the urns smuggled from Bankarai. They didn't just shatter. They exploded. I can sense traces of magicka clinging to the shards that matched the energy used in the storm ritual. These other fragments, though.
Other fragments?
All this rubble scattered around didn't just come from these urns. The texture and patterns are different. They appear to have used the funerary dust in the urns to summon the harrow storms. But I'm not sure what was inside the larger vessels.
Larger vessels?
Look at the shape of the fragments. They come from a hollow receptacle of some sort. Something at least as tall as you. Perhaps larger. Just another piece of the puzzle. Maybe when I analyze the witchpike residue, an answer will suggest itself.
Interesting. It just gets weirder and weirder. Come to Solitude with us. There must be a place there where you can set up your equipment.
Thank you, but no. I try to avoid large population centers. The temptation. You understand. I'll find someplace nearby, but out of the way where I can set up my equipment and work undisturbed. I'll send word when I have something to report.
It's understandable. He doesn't want to risk killing and feeding off innocents. Do you have a location in mind?
I met a clever woman who lives in the bog near Morthal. Old Mjolin's a dying breed among the Nords, a practitioner of the old magic. The locals both admire and fear her. If anyone can help me untangle the Coven's ritual, it's her.
Ah. What makes you think old Mjolin can help?
Mjolin's experience with the old ways and reach magic make her ideally suited to assist me in this endeavor. She's the closest thing to an expert we're likely to find out here. At least one who doesn't want to feed our eyes to a harpy.
Have you dealt with anything like this before?
The Raven Watch has had to curtail rogue vampire clans, and put down feral blood fiends on occasion, but I've never dealt with anything like this before. People turning into harrow fiends, or becoming mindless harrowed. It's a nightmare.
Yeah, it is. So you had a theory about the effects of the Harrow Storm?
Yes, but more research is required to confirm anything. Still, from what we observed here, it appears the Harrow Storm produced 3 distinct results in those caught within it. It turned them into harrow fiends, or harrowed, or it simply killed them.
And made them mindless. Where is Morthal?
Western Skyrim consists of 3 holds: Hafengar, Hjalmarch, and Carthald. Morthal is the capital of Hjalmarch. It's located southeast of Solitude, along the River Hjal. Old Mjolin lives in the marshlands nearby.
Nord names. Gotta love them. Guess we'll meet him there. So, he said no, so it's gotta be this way? That's Carthwatch. Ah, yeah, Morthal. This way. Cool, cool. So yeah, he's onto something. So they bring urns with things in them as tall as me. How would you carry such a thing though?
So, What did your vampire friend discover?
Fenorian thinks the Harrow Storms create the Harrow Fiends and Harrowed.
Reach witches summoning magical storms to create feral vampires? That's horrible, but to what purpose? Well, that's the next puzzle to solve. First, we need to get this information to the Queen. Here. This was for Brondel, but it's yours now.
Poor Brondel.
Queen Gerhild needs to hear what we discovered at Kilcreath Temple. Hopefully that will be enough for her to get us an audience with High King Sfargrim.
Hopefully it will be. Do we have enough evidence to convince the King and Queen of the danger?
The Queen seemed reasonable. She'll believe us. As for Sfargrim, who can tell? I haven't met the man, but everything I've heard describes him as prideful, arrogant, and hard-headed. Even with the Queen's help, there's no guarantee.
So what do we do if High King Sfargrim refuses to see us?
I'd like to knock down the palace door, grab him by the throat, and shake him until he listens. That would probably start a war, though, and Yoren specifically asked me to avoid that. For now, let's bring our evidence to Queen Gerhild.
Well, that's why I'm here, to stop you from acting irrationally. Let's go see the High Queen.
If there's anything else we need to discuss, let's get it out of the way now, before we return to Solitude.
Why do you think the Icereach Coven wants to turn people into Harrow Fiends?
Hey, you and Fenorian came to that conclusion, not me. Still, it makes as much sense as anything. As to why, I have no idea. This connection to vampires, though, that's troubling. We should keep Fen away until we get into Sfargrim's good graces.
Yeah, but... yeah, she's right. Fenorian is going to seek help from a clever woman near Morthal.
A clever woman? Out here? Nords are extremely distrustful of magic, especially Nords from Western Skyrim. I'm surprised the people of Morthal tolerate her presence. If anyone can help Fen figure out the Coven's ritual, though, it would be her.
Should we help them with their research?
Our priority remains getting an audience with High King Sfargrim. We need to convince him that the Icereach Coven is a threat to his kingdom, and get him to help us stop them. Let's return to Solitude and present our findings to the Queen.
Yeah, what's a clever woman?
Clever men and women are Nords with an aptitude for magic, though most use the term to refer to practitioners of the old ways. They're rare. Not the usual adepts found at the Mages Guild. Distrust of magic runs deep in Skyrim, especially out here.
Yeah. Why do the people of Skyrim distrust magic?
Could be that the elves our ancestors fought soured our taste for magic. Or maybe there weren't enough skalds singing about wizards going to Sovngarde. Might be that Nords just prefer their natural talents. Either way, magic isn't popular here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I met a clever woman who lives in the bog near Morthal. Old Mjolnir's a dying breed among the Nords, a practitioner of the old magic. The locals both admire and fear her. If anyone can help me untangle the Coven's ritual, it's her.
Wonder if we'll meet this clever woman. Wonder if we will. Okay, so gotta return to Solitude to report to the Queen. But yeah, Western Skyrim's big, like we got the upper part here. And then don't get me started about Blackreach. So yeah, I won't return to Solitude just yet. I will move on, do some other questing first. So yeah, this quest is getting interesting. Lyris and Fenorian kind of getting along, even though they just met. And she keeps calling him Fen. Why? Anyway, so yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.